I'm Laura from Inventors and Makers and Little Steamers, and this is the second video in my series for TTS about using their amazing STEAM Discovery Centre. If you haven't watched my previous video, I'd recommend watching that first, as I introduce what the centre is in that video and I talk about this top balance section. But in this second video, I'm going to walk you through some ideas and resources for using this ramp track section down the central column to explore some more and some new STEAM concepts. One of the great things about this centre is that because of its size, some children can be actually exploring the balance section above, while others are investigating with the ramp track down here. And because it's made of clear acrylic, it's easy to see what's happening inside. Like with the balance section, it's all about leaving out some simple resources that you've probably already got in your setting, and then allowing the children to explore in a self-directed way. So the most obvious starting point is to leave a selection of items that they can race down the track. So a few balls, some blocks, and other items. So children are going to be naturally investigating how the different shapes move down the track. Do they roll or slide? That one rolls. This one sort of slides down. You might even name those shapes. A cube, a cylinder, for them to investigate. Do different materials, shapes or sizes or weights of ball work better? What if you start them in the middle or at the top? They could even roll two smaller balls down side by side as a race, encouraging them to use more mathematical language first, faster, and then understanding the concept of a fair test by starting them at the same point. Maybe I'll start them here this time and then see which is faster. The heavier ball got down the track first. It must have been faster. So leading on from this, they can think about, start thinking about the path of rolling objects. So there's these cylinders, spaces that you can insert in here. Can you get them in the way of a rolling ball? Maybe they could try and do it as it moves down and catch it before it gets to the next place. And that's obviously going to develop fine motor skills as well as understanding the path of a rolling object. I wanted to suggest one more extended idea here that would need to be a little bit more adult-led, really. So it'll probably be for your older or your more able children and working in a small group together. So you're going to help them come up with their own scientific test to compare the ball's relative speeds down the track. So you could either use the same ball, starting maybe from different heights, or different balls starting from the same height. You're only going to change one variable at once. So you'd start by letting each ball roll off the bottom of the track until it comes to a natural stopping place. So you're going to need a little bit of spare floor space around. Then either mark that stopping point or leave the ball there and then roll the next ball. Does it go further or not as far, or is it the same amount? Do they understand that travelling further means that it was moving faster? So without needing to know the language necessarily, this test has got children investigating gravity from the different height starting points, friction, it's coming to a stop on the ground, speed, the relative speeds of them, and momentum too. They're gathering momentum as they're going down, which helps them to roll further. Physics for the early years. Of course, just like with the balance, there are so many things, so many other things that children could be exploring with the ramp track. You could even take it, the whole centre outside, and pour water down, or use chalk pens to write words or drawings on the side. But apart from if you decide to work with that group of children to devise that scientific test that I mentioned, most of the use of this centre is going to be explorative, with you just facilitating the children to explore the concepts in the world around them, using those carefully chosen but really simple resources like the ones I've shown you, encouraging them and using those probing questions to draw out the vocabulary and the predictions and stuff. And because it's so versatile, I don't think you're going to find it standing unused in the corner of your room. Children can enjoy returning to it on different occasions to reinforce what they've already learned, or to take their investigations further, or explore with new resources you've maybe left out next time. I know that my own children, when they saw this in the room, came running in and were desperate to play with it because it's pretty big and exciting, but without being so big it takes up too much space. Hopefully these 2 videos have shown you how versatile and simple it can be to explore such a huge range of STEAM concepts with the STEAM Discovery Centre here from TTS, just by using other resources you're probably already going to have. I hope that you have as much fun using the centre as I did with my own children. And if you'd like to raise the profile of STEAM in your school with workshops, after school clubs, or even CPD from the early years right through to Key Stage 2, head to inventorsandmakers.com to find out more and to try today. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.